Welcome to episode 7 of the Alex.Nunemaker Mortgage Podcast for the week of July 25th. In market news, before I do market news, I can hear you saying, "Hey Alex, you're late," and you're right. And I'm publishing this podcast on Wednesday, and that's on purpose because it's Fed week. From last week's podcast, you heard me reference that the Federal Reserve would be meeting, and all eyes are going to be on the Fed's 2:30 press conference. And this was so important that I wanted to give some real-time feedback. So it's now 3 o'clock as I'm recording this, and 30-year mortgage-backed securities are up, which is generally good for interest rates. And this comes after the Federal Reserve announced that they were raising their benchmark rate 75 basis points, which was expected. And this is exactly why I wanted to wait to record this podcast, because this, again, I hate to hammer on this, but it's so important. This proves what drives mortgage rates. It's investor confidence over the long term that if they invest in mortgage-backed securities at a fixed rate, they want to know that that fixed rate investment is going to be protected. Or in other words, they're looking for assurances that inflation will not eat away at their investment. So right now, the market is liking what they're hearing from the Fed. So even though the Fed is raising rates, we are seeing mortgage rates go down in response to that. Now, this could all get blown up tomorrow. They're going to be announcing new GDP, which is expected to kind of confirm that we are in the second consecutive quarter of negative GDP. We'll wait to see what that looks like tomorrow. But again, the big takeaway here, Fed does not control mortgage rates. The market controls mortgage rates. And now finally, my mortgage tip, which really isn't a mortgage tip, but this is about marketing, which affects us all. And I think it's crucial in this market to make sure that your message is clear, that it's bringing value as an advisor, whether you're a mortgage professional like myself or you're a realtor. So why are people hesitant to reach out to a mortgage lender or a realtor when they're thinking about buying a home? And in my experience, from what I hear, it's hesitancy. They don't want to be sold or pressured into a decision. And right or wrong, there is this idea that if they reach out to someone in our industry that, maybe they're thinking about buying a house, they're going to be manipulated into a decision that they didn't want to make, like a used car salesman. And that comes from experiences where people have felt like they've been pressured. But the way to combat this is by standing out and showing yourself as a trusted resource, as an advisor. It's so important. The best way to do that, in my opinion, is by putting out content. Ask me where you want to put that, but I think social media is a great place to start. And in particular, it should be video content, something that just explains in plain, simple terms what home buying looks like in this market. Give the good, the bad, the ugly, the pros, the cons, and skip the sales pitch. Just inform people. People connect with that. People are hesitant because for the last 2 years, if you were a salesperson in one of our positions, you would have been shouting that now is the time to buy because rates are so low, and when rates rise, you're going to be priced out of the market, so buy now, now, now. But that ignores people's individual circumstances. And moreover, where do those people find themselves now? If they were shouting from the rooftops that they're going to be priced out of the market once rates rise, well, hey, rates rose, so they're kind of painted into a corner. And they're at risk of losing credibility if they go back on what they had said previously. The truth is that every market has its positives and negatives. So the right time to buy a primary residence is when you're ready for that investment. You're ready for that responsibility. Everybody's timeline is going to be different. So my suggestion to you is let's be ready for people when they're ready. Keep them informed along the way enough to guide them for their individual situation. Finally, the quote of the week. This comes from Mother Teresa: "Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier." Great goal. If I can help you or any of your clients with any questions or pre-approvals, let me know. They can visit me at homeloanswithalex.com. Thank you, and have a great week.